Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. In this video, let us learn how to use label box, text box and command button. Label box. A label is a graphical control that is used to display text such as status message and other program information. Some of the commonly used label box properties are name, alignment, auto size back color, caption, enable, font and faux color. Now let us see how to place the label box in the form. The label box is placed in the form by clicking the control and dragging it on the form. The name property. The name property is used to give name to the label box that appears in the coding window. The alignment property. The alignment property is used to align the text in the label, that is, either to the left or to the right or at the center. The auto size property. This property causes the control to horizontally expand and adjust the size of its content. The back color property. The back color property is used to set the background color of the label box. The caption property. This property is used to change the text displayed in the label control. The font property. The font property is used to change the font, style and size of the text that appears in the label box. The faux color property. The faux color property is used to change the color of the text that appears in the label box. Visible property. The visible property should always be set to true. By double-clicking the label box, the coding window appears. The next control that we're going to see is text box. A text box control is used to fill in the blank information from the user or to display information provided by the application. Some of the commonly used text box properties are name, alignment, back color, text, enable, font, visible, max length, multi-line, password character, scroll bar. Now let us see how to place the text box in the form. The text box is placed in the form by clicking the control and dragging it on the form. The name property. The name property is used to give a name to the text box which is identified in the code. Alignment. This property is used to align the text in the text box either to the left or to the right or to the center. The back color property is used to set the background color of the text box. The font property. The font property changes the font, style and size of the text that appears in the text box. The faux color property. The faux color property changes the color of the text that appears in the text box. The text property is similar to the caption property. This property is used to change the text displayed in the text control. The multi-line property. This property determines whether a text box can accept more than one line of text. Scroll bar. This property determines whether a text box has horizontal or vertical scroll bar. The default value is 0, that is, there is no horizontal and vertical scroll bar. Other values are 1, only horizontal scroll bar, 2, only vertical scroll bar, 3, both horizontal and vertical scroll bar. Max length. This property determines the maximum number of characters the text box will accept. By double-clicking the text box, the coding window appears. The next control is command button. It is also known as push button. It is one of the most commonly used control in a user interface. The appearance of the command button determines whether it is pressed or released. Some of the commonly used command button properties are name, alignment, auto size, back color, caption, enable and font. Now let us see how to place the command button in the form. The command button is placed in the form by clicking the control and dragging it on the form. The name property is used to give name to the command button that appears in the coding window. The caption property is used to change the text displayed in the command control. The font property. The font property changes the font, style and size of the text that appears in the command button. Now, let us see an example of adding two numbers. First, we have to design the form. We are designing the form by placing 3 label box and 3 text box and 1 command button. By using the caption property, you are changing the text displayed in the label control as first number, in label 2 as second number and in label 3 as result. By double-clicking the command button, the coding window appears. We are writing the coding to get the input from the user. The val function is used to get the input from the user. We are getting the first number in the text box 1 and second number at text box 2, and the result will be shown at the text box 3. The text 1.text is used to get the first number. The text 2.text is used to get the second number. The text 3.text is used to display the result. In order to perform the addition operation, you are placing the plus operator in middle of text 1.text plus text 2.text. Press F5 shortcut key to run the coding window.
Thank you friends. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.